Hunger versus Shambles. Experiment setup and hypotheses. Hunger versus Shambles with Elven Catalyst. While generally an even match, these two Shambles versus a single Hunger. Previous experiments have indicated that the presence of a warm body causes the Hunger to increase its ferocity. This territorial hunting imperative, which is not territorial because that means literally territorial, either way, is completely lacking in the Shambles. They seek to destroy life, not devour it. In this case, I have confined a Hunger to his cage, while leaving an unspoiled high elf female in viewing distance. Hungers seem to have a particular thirst for elf maiden blood, and this one, on the verge of flowering, gross, should be a particularly irreversible morsel. I hypothesize that the Hunger will fight with greater force and precision in the upcoming battle after I let the creature and elf maiden stew a while in, that's not one word, in each other's proximity. I shall return in a few days to run the experiment. It's important to point out that it is gross, the usage of the word itself, but it also is a kid, so oh, no. This person exists, which means it isn't a kid. It's a very late bloomer, as it were. See, bloomer is a better word than whatever you used. So, push all the buttons. Ow, ow. Oh, did you die? Oh, no, you're off. Well. Right, more experiments, I suppose. Just some corpses. I mean, I suppose I should check. I don't know why it makes this noise. I'll let your imagination run rampant. 3 gold up there. Okay, this is quite a place. You know, if you pull it off once... Ow. Wow, these guys punch. If you pull it off once, that's cool. Second time, not so much. Failed experiment. And a mort flesh over there. Project Hound's Blood Day 7. That's all the days, actually. Day 1, my theory stated before trial is thus. Blending the most recent concoction of a hound blood with that from a headless zombie will result in a beast with greater fury and resistance to pain. Subject 1 has the current concoction, Subject 2 has the new mixture. Subject 1 lasted approximately 1 minute before expiring, having done average amount of injury to Subject 2. Subject 2 seemed not to notice most of the injuries it received. After a drawn-out battle, Subject 1 killed Subject 2, but suffered near-fatal wounds. Subject 2 fought to the bitter end with same energy it started with. Subject 1 went out very quickly. Subject 1 lasted less than a minute. Subject 2 took little injury. The test 2 is Subject A and B both have the standard blood. Subject C and D both have the new blood. Lasted just over a minute, the battle, both hounds suffering grievous injury and somewhat bothered by their wounds. Nearly identical results, lasted over 2 minutes, both hounds suffering grievous injury, neither seemed very winded or bothered by their wounds, lasted under 1 minute, both suffering grievous injury, neither seemed very bothered by their wounds. It seems my original theory was correct. In future trials, I will try watering down the headless zombie blood before adding it to the mixture to gain some insight into the actual potency of the blood itself and determine how much of the additional effect is coming from its combination with the existing ingredients. The experiment set up with an hypothesis is thus. I have paired up a hound and a shambles of equal fighting capacity. However, I have recently drained the hound of its zombie blood and replaced it with blood extracted from a Breton corpse, which had lain for a week rotting in the hot sun. When I return, having let it acclimate to its new supply of vital fluid, I expect the hound will perform with much less efficiency than normal, because Bretons apparently suck or something. Oh, this is the experiment. It's a shambles and a hound, all right. Can I go in there? I don't think I can. Well, that was that. Well. There's heads and shambles skulls. Now, nobody cares about the shambles skulls, but the void essence, I like. Nope. 3 times game. Seriously? It's all failed experiments. When are we gonna find a successful experiment? It's also... That's not how failed experiments works. We have read about the experiments. They're dead test subjects. The experiment doesn't fail. That's not... it's like, you know, you try, let's see if this blood works, or let's see how much this blood works. It doesn't fail. You register the results and continue with your investigation. Right. It's another one of these. Oh. Soon. Oh, that's bad news. Soon flesh atronach. Does this lead anywhere? Corpse pit. No. Why would I want to go to the corpse pit? There's naked people down there. Whee! They're not failed test subjects. I wonder what that means. Is it because their skin is smooth? Oh no. Yeah, I'm not gonna kill them. We have some interesting things in here. Boots of shock resistance. And the base necklace of the sea. That is bad. I guess I understand what the corpse pit is, but I really don't have time to deal with them. Let's go through here. They're still after me though, the jerks. I hear people crying. Oh my god.
If you die, I will bring you back to life.
Please stop!
There's naked people up here as well. And Relmina Verenim.
Don't worry. If you die, I will bring you back to life. We have much left to accomplish.
So she's the one who's been doing all these terrible experiments. Removing an arm from the young wood elf female made her fight all the harder for her life, despite being clearly outmatched. In previous battles, she fought much less bravely and to lesser effect. She lasted a full minute against my most angry of hounds before her throat was ripped out and I had to revive her. However, removing just the feet of the middle-aged Nord male made him despondent and without any will to defend himself even against a lesser foe. So pitiful was the look on the face of his corpse that I decided to leave him be rather than resurrect him. After so many years of scientific study, I still cannot abide apathy. I am sure that my aversion to pity has colored my findings, as I only make use of strong-willed test subjects. Thus, though I suppose flawed as my research may be, and it is, I'll point it out in a little bit, it is still more revealing and faithful than any other has done before me. Faithful, I don't know why it's used like that. Now, this is flawed because she didn't remove the arm of the... She didn't remove the arm of the dude. She removed the feet. So for all she knows, maybe removing the feet of the girl would have yielded the same results as removing the feet of the man. Summary conclusions. After studying the various combats between the test subjects in this project, I have concluded that much as the pain threshold is inconsistent within a given species, so too is the effect of dismemberment. Whether beasts or men, I assume she's calling the woman a beast. The removal of a limb, be it functional as a hand or peripheral as a tail, has varying effects on the subject, having to do more with individual temperament than any other biological or cultural endowment. Whatever the particular effect, it is substantial, whether it enhances the subject's tendency towards aggressiveness or passivity, or swings them to the other extreme. Removing a limb has a profound effect on behavior. After reviewing my notes, I will attempt to catalog all the similarities and differences between the subjects and their responses. I may be able to offer Lord Sheogorath a guidebook detailing how to craft a better kingdom by removing various appendages from the bodies of its people. That is... Did I say that people wanted to kill her?
You dare disturb me in my sanctum? You! I remember you. You're the adventurer who slew my gatekeeper, are you not?
It wasn't just me. I had help.
Now you make excuses. Pathetic. On what authority have you weaseled into my sanctum and disturbed my work,
By authority of your Lord Sheogorath.
I see. Sheogorath is too important to come on his own account. He sends his mortal lackey. Well then, I trust my servants didn't give you too hard a time getting in here? What is it Sheogorath's lackey requires of me?
My lord demands a new gatekeeper.
Oh, does he now?
Lord Sheogorath commands it.
Fine. If it be my lord's will, then it is also my own. But I'm too distraught over the death of my child to return to his womb. This you must do. You will travel to the gardens of flesh and bone. There you will gather mystical components needed for the ceremony. Go fetch me blood liqueur, osseous marrow, dermis membrane, and essence of breath. And take this key. It will allow you into the gardens and give you direct access to my sanctum.
Components?
You will travel to the gardens of flesh and bone and collect for me these things. Blood liqueur, osseous marrow, dermis membrane, and the essence of breath.
How do I collect these things?
Are you not the exalted Duchess, slayer of the great gatekeeper, champion of our mighty Lord Sheogorath? I'm sure you'll be able to find these things. If not, perhaps Sheogorath's faith in you is misplaced. Go now. You try my patience.
No.
Bring me blood liqueur, osseous marrow, dermis membrane, and the essence of breath.
Dermis membrane is just skin. Why'd you have to be... What is the essence of breath? It's just breath, isn't it? Blood liqueur is just blood.
Bring me blood...
Osseous marrow is marrow. Okay, it's just fancy names for simple things. What about the garden of flesh and bone?
For many years, I labored painstakingly in those gardens until my back bent and my soul became crooked. But the fruits born of that labor were the essential components of true flesh. You will go there and gather the components needed to bring my new child into this world.
Rumors?
The ballywog will return to the water to heal.
Don't use condoms, though. Victims?
Oh, you mean my research subjects? Don't trouble yourself with their fates. They're volunteers of one sort and another. Besides, they are furthering important research into the nature of pain and suffering, of life and death. Don't be concerned. I always return the worthy ones to life. Besides, Lord Sheogorath has sanctioned my studies and my methods. Any loyal servant of the Mad God would respect his decision in this matter.
Set them free. Stop torturing them.
I know your type. You believe yourself better than everyone else. You persecute genius when you find it because we are able to see around the sharp corners of your simplified morality. I see the vast horizons of thought while you cannot see past the tip of your own nose. I can grant the guilty the cleansing fire of retribution so they may die purified of soul, and I can grant the worthy everlasting life. And what can you offer the world except the hot air escaping through that hole in your head?
Which hole in my head? I do have multiple ones. Like the eyes, the nostrils, the ears, the mouth. Oh, the mouth. I'm a genius. I know which hole she means. I command you to stop.
Out of deference to my Lord Sheogorath, I will allow this outburst. In fact, I will acquiesce to your request. But only if you can prove to me the sincerity of your position and the depth of your conviction. Are you willing to trade places with these souls? To bear the full weight of their pain and afflictions? Weigh this question carefully.
Sure, whatever.
Are you sure? You will not easily heal the damage done to you. This is a permanent sacrifice you are making. In fact, it is likely you will die. Perhaps you had better reconsider.
Don't worry.
Truly? Very well. I wasn't quite finished with them. But as long as you remain in Sheogorath's favor, I will not conduct experiments on these people.
I'm ready.
Very well. This might hurt a little.
Don't worry about it. It's all fine. Oi, you're ruining your house. Don't ruin your house. What the heck? She just buggered off. She really just left. Well, I'm very sorry. I can't save them. My torch. Well, I suppose... You alright? No? How about now? Okay, she's gonna be alright forever. Oh, there's so many people! Oh, they don't talk. All of them are naked. What is this one? Wait, what? They were invisible. She's here.
You are here to help rebuild the gatekeeper. That is very good of you, considering what you did to him. So many strange noises here. People screaming, animals dying. But I've learned so much. So much.
I doubt it. I really doubt it. I really doubt that you learned
See you.
anything. I really, really doubt it. Oh, I'm so very sorry. Nice glutes. I say, one must say glutes when complimenting other people's posteriors, otherwise it just sounds crass. A skull, not an egg. Ooh. Right. Unproductive musings. Today I intended to continue my research into the effect of pain on the host of the unborn, in this case the middle-aged pregnant Breton female, and yet, no matter how many times she was ripped apart and resurrected, I simply could not bring myself to the requisite attentiveness serious study demands. Rather than the usual precision of observation, my faculty seemed possessed of a peculiar poetic sensibility, so that, rather than dutifully logging each scream and twitch of agony, I seemed transported by her cries to some other place. I became sheltered within a tapestry of tranquility, woven from the screams of the Breton's anguish, warped against the grunts and clacking of the beasts and shambles that toyed with her. It was there, in that spot, my soul naked and clean, that I came to a sense of clarity. And like all, dare I say, religious experiences, Returning to my mundane senses, I am left with little more than a faded memory of supernatural knowledge, like a burned parchment on which once were written words of wisdom and understanding, of which, again, in the same sentence, now only torn and blurred fragments remain. The harder I try to remember that innate knowledge, the more it seems to recede from me. The essence that remains is this: pain is a force that purifies, ennobles, and uplifts. It is the fire that burns away impurities, that melts away imperfections. Death is the sign of weakness, nor bodily constitution the signs of... No, death is not the sign of weakness, nor bodily constitution the sign of strength. It is what happens to soul when brought into the fire that determines the mettle of men. Again, not women. Those with inner strength are forged into weapons of devastating keenness by pain's fire. Those who are undeserving and weak turn to dark and lifeless ash in its heat. With capital I, there. And there it stands in all its inscrutability. So much for an unproductive day. Perhaps tomorrow will lead to more fruitful experiments. I doubt it. Ooh. Treasure. Grand Amulet of Reflection. No. I mean, it's really good, but I don't want it. Do you have pearls? No, flawless pearls. Sorry, I'm very picky. It's not me who's picky, actually. It's somebody else. It's a pain in the butt. But, Seal and Fiend. What do we have? Fin. The Shivering Bestiary. Well, this is not as interesting. It's also enormous. But there it is. If you want to read it. It is there for your perusal. I think there's a lot of new books that didn't exist in the original game. Purple Finery. Terrible place, though. I mean, admittedly. A bouquet of flowers. I shall not take that. Even though I probably should.
It's so hard to concentrate with all that noise.
It stopped already. She's dressed the same way as the other one, so that's why I mistook her. I guess we're out of here. What a pretty, lovely place. I can put my torch out. I mean, it puts itself out a lot. Okay, let's not deal with that person over there. Let's go back to the Gates of Madness as we make our way to, where was it? The Bones and Shambles. It was a thing. I don't think I'm in combat anymore. It's important not to be in combat. To the Fringe, that's right, of course. I keep forgetting. It's all broken now. Which also means I cannot... No, I can. You just can't fast travel between places. You need to go through the gates. It didn't used to be like this. I wonder why. I think it means that this map is not the same map as the one we had before. I think that there's another map that is the same. And the reason why we can't fast travel is because it's not the same map. And if you go to the pass wall... Do you know what I mean? It's hard to convey what goes on in my head a lot of the time. I'm very sorry. I mean, a little bit sorry. Not very, very sorry, but a little bit. She feeling better? I think she's feeling better. There's nobody here. Gardens of Flesh and Bone. We haven't been here before. Even in the previous area, I don't think. But even if we had, I would assume that gate would have been locked. Oh! Ah! What in the freaking hell? Who designed this? I could have died. Man, not pulling punches, are we? Not pulling punches, video game. Well. We have shambles. And they blow up. With ice. And fire. And blade. I shall murder you. They have like wings. They have hip bones, what they have in their torsos. It's really weird. I commend Bethesda for the imaginative design. That doesn't go anywhere. Where does this one go, though? Well, actually, this does go somewhere, and it is where we're supposed to go. Uh-huh. What is that down there? I want to go down there. Oh, so that's what this is. I have retrieved skin. We have marrow. I have retrieved marrow. No, I'm good. Oh, that's the essence of breath. It didn't put my torch out, though. It was just coincidence. Thanks. Oh, look at that. It's leading us in the right direction. Excuse me, Mr. Hunger. I really don't have time to deal with you. The essence of breath, of course, meaning it is breath. It is just breath. This is awful. This is just really gross. Oh, it's over here. No, it is underneath. Is it? This hunger is getting very frustrated about not being able to hit me because it is not going well. How do I get down there, though? I think it's through here. Like, what am I even doing? Oh, that is breath. Can I not take it? Wait until the essence breath is in... Oh, the bottle. In the bottle. Yes, I'm trying to. I do have friends over here that are a little bit impatient. I have captured the essence of breath. How good of me. I wonder what this... I'm not killing them, because we don't need to. Convalescence shield. Grand soul gem. Oh, it's still greater. I just keep finding grand soul gems with greater souls in them. Okay, next up. That was a thing. Oh my god. I think we might be... No. We're gonna need fingers of the mountain, aren't we? This quest is weird. Or this spell is weird. I don't know if it works. I don't know if it works, basically. I don't know what happened here. Woohoo! This place is dangerous. Oh, crap. Almost died. No kidding. I think we have the liqueur. I have collected a vial of blood liqueur. I now have all of the... That's not the correct... That's not the same have. I now have all the items required by Relmina Verenim. I should return to her. This is a place. All right. Orig,
Speak quickly.
what are you doing out here?
Go.
She's bugged out.